with a departure and more. This is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. Touching on the phone call he received to join WWE, Ricky Saints told Cody Rhodes on what he want to talk about. Triple H called me, just got off a flight to Seattle actually, and he called me and I was just like, because I didn't know the number, and it didn't say Stamford or anything, so I was like, who is this? And I always answer it, even if it's unknown, I'll always answer. So Hunter calls me, I'm getting off this flight in Seattle and I can barely hear him. The airport's so loud and he asked me, hey, would you want to come in? And we were interested, blah blah, we'd love to have you, you're talented, X, Y, and Z. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, hell yeah. Right as I'm getting on the tram, he says something about, he was like, Raw or SmackDown, and I was like, wait, what did you say? And I was so scared to say, hey, could you repeat yourself, because I know how it feels, that I said, yeah, for sure. Basically what he was saying was, hey, we're not gonna put you on Raw or SmackDown just yet, but he wanted me to meet Shawn Michaels, and so that was like a big thing. I was like, of course I will. Yes, I would love that. That's all I really wanted, is just resources. I feel like I'm a rough diamond that just needs a little polishing. A fan named Gladys revealed a heartfelt moment she witnessed outside an arena for Raw that involved Becky Lynch.
So I just saw the most wholesome interaction I think I'm going to see today. But I'm outside the arena, as you can tell, and Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins were walking towards their bus, or walking away from the bus. I guess they had to go do something inside, when somebody fell out of their wheelchair about maybe 10 feet away from the fence where everyone's getting autographs. Without missing a beat, Becky pulled the gate aside, ran over, and helped the other people pick up the lady off of her wheelchair and made sure she was okay in her wheelchair. She spoke with her for a few minutes and then the lady wished her good luck tonight, and Becky went back, signed a couple autographs, and then she had to go inside to do what she needed to do. But I thought it was one of the most wholesome interactions I've ever seen, and it just goes to show that truly Becky Lynch is the man. So, all right, I'll check in with you guys later. See you.
AEW President Tony Khan confirmed on Tuesday that ROH Women's TV Champion Red Velvet is injured and will not be on the ROH Supercard of Honor or AEW All in Texas show. The star has now addressed this, writing on social media, "Not the news I wanted to share. I won't be cleared to compete at Supercard of Honor due to injury. Don't get it twisted. This is just a pause, not the end. To the new interim ROH Women's TV Champ, congrats in advance. Hold it down, because when I come back, I'm coming for it all." On Instagram, WWE LFG Season 2 names Zena Sterling and Elijah Holyfield revealed they are in a relationship. Reflecting on his position as a coach on WWE LFG and a mentor to young talent at the Performance Center, The Undertaker told Mike Check Episode 3, "Man, I don't care. I don't need to see flippy doos. I don't need to see this. What I need you to do is tell me a story. Go out there and feel this. Feel like you're kicking somebody's ass. Feel like you're getting your ass kicked. Make it organic. I had one of the kids the other day come up to me. He wasn't one of mine. He was on another team, and he goes, 'You kind of know a little bit about this business.' I was like, yeah." He was being sarcastic, but you could also tell he was starting to put some of this stuff into practice, and it worked. And he was just amazed that he didn't have to do a backflip off the top rope to get a reaction. In that same interview, Undertaker talked about his training to make punches look realistic. I've done that, every possible, like punching mirrors, early on in my career. I shouldn't even say this, man, because this clip will get cut up and put out on the internet, and it'll say is, Undertaker used to punch girlfriend. I promise. But like, when I really felt like I was starting to get it, like, oh man, I can put it right there, I said, well, what an ultimate test this would be. I was like, hey babe, come here for a second. I'm going to throw this punch. You won't even feel it, right? Oh, missed by that much. I couldn't tell you how many punches I've thrown into walls, into the string, into the mirror. Then just the reps, especially early on, trying to dial that thing in. Throwing a punch that looked like it could knock you out and barely touch your whiskers was something I took a lot of pride in. After Shayna Baszler departed WWE in May due to her contract not being renewed by the company, Corey Hayes of Body Slam said that she was listed as a producer for the July 8th match on NXT between Kalani Jordan and Lainey Reed. Chris Gerard was also put down as a producer for the bout, as Baszler is seemingly back with the company. Explaining why Pat McAfee might not be calling Raw anytime soon, Ringside News noted that Pat McAfee's seat at the Monday Night Raw commentary desk has been empty for 5 straight weeks, and now we know why it might stay that way a little longer. Speaking on a recent episode of the Pat McAfee Show, the former NFL punter turned WWE commentator opened up about why he's been off WWE television. After balancing ESPN's College Game Day and WWE's intense schedule, McAfee admitted that he needed a break. Continuing to just kind of catch up on life as a whole, he said. I was getting pretty exhausted there, so shout out to everybody at the WWE looking out for me too. Very, very thankful. The message was clear. McAfee's absence is more about protecting his well-being than any behind-the-scenes drama. But with his calendar already packed heading into another demanding football season, fans shouldn't expect him back on Monday nights anytime soon. This weekend, McAfee's show is broadcasting live from the Coca-Cola Roxy in Atlanta as part of MLB's Home Run Derby festivities. Raw, meanwhile, is being held in Birmingham, Alabama, and the scheduling conflict only adds to speculation that his weekly presence on WWE TV won't return for a while. History also suggests that this break could last for months. McAfee has stepped away from WWE before to focus on his ESPN work, particularly during the college football season. With that set to begin on August 30th, it's likely McAfee won't be seen regularly on Raw until early 2026. In his absence, Corey Graves has rejoined Michael Cole on commentary, and many fans have responded positively to the change, appreciating Graves' more traditional tone and smooth chemistry with Cole. Recalling his match against The Rock at WrestleMania 28, John Cena told Vanity Fair, "You would think that, like, man, going to the actual stage is gonna be the worst part. That was the easy part. I knew I was losing the year before the fight. All of those promos you see, all those speeches, every single one of them. I knew that I was gonna finish second place. I wanted to stay out there and soak in the embarrassment that I had let the entire fan base down. That way it would help further my storyline. Dwayne had always been cordial to me and always helped me out, and I did something foolish and started to go into business for myself and drum up rumors about things I knew nothing about. It's very much a professional faux pas. That was the first moment of me being like, man, this was great. If we had worked together, I don't know how great it could have been. Like, it could have been so much better." He was empathetic. He was gracious. During that same interview, John Cena revealed the origin of his "you can't see me" catchphrase and gesture. "It was a dare from my little brother. He said, 'You won't do that on TV. That's stupid. You look stupid.' So I did it, and here I am looking stupid every day." taking to X. Scott Stanford, who had been with WWE since 2009 mainly as a studio host, revealed he was leaving the company, writing, "When you walk out of the studio on your last day, WWE, 15-year run, nothing but love, hope to make it back one day." Going over a death and revival in pro wrestling, Ringside News wrote that independent wrestling veteran Josh Little, better known to fans as Sir Samurai, technically died after a match at a public library just 2 months ago. Yes, died. But thanks to a quick-thinking fellow wrestler who also happened to be an EMT, he lived to tell the story. The terrifying incident happened after Little's April 26th match at the Pinole Public Library in California. Speaking with KCRA3NBC, the Sacramento-based wrestler recalled, "We were the main event. We wrestled the match, and it was fine all things considered. But after the show ended, things took a turn. Little collapsed in the makeshift locker room. Evidently, my heart stopped and I fell to the floor," he explained. "Officially, I was dead. No nurse or doctor said anything different then. You died on Saturday." That's when fellow wrestler Alex Bell sprang into action. Not only was Bell present at the show, he's also a trained EMT. "I started compressions, asked someone around me to get an AED, Bell said. The ambulance was already on the way. My first thought was really, this isn't going to work. I've done CPR many times before, and it has never worked before." Little says he was clinically dead for up to 4 minutes, and while he doesn't remember much, he described an eerie experience. "I didn't see a light or anything, but I had a sensation of being pulled back before I woke up," he said. The percentage of people just to survive is 0.00001%, so I shouldn't have survived anyway, but the fact that I survived and my brain and body are still working, nobody understands how that happened. Doctors still don't know what caused his heart to stop. As a precaution, a defibrillator was implanted in his chest, and exactly 1 month after the incident, Little made a final appearance inside the ring, not to fight, but to announce his official retirement from professional wrestling. This story is nothing short of unreal. A man literally dies in a locker room and somehow lives to walk away. Sir Samurai might not be lacing up his boots anymore, but this warrior walked away with something stronger than a win, a second chance. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.